Hey guys, what's going on? So today I kind of want to talk about a few important things in this last patch. We got a new hero, want to talk about her a bit. Another thing I want to talk about is this new challenge we got here and this new artifact. It's pretty crazy, and I think this is gonna make Wyvern 11 so much easier. I think it's gonna make the barrier to entry so much lower. Probably you can even get away with a 5-star knight with this artifact once you raise it. At max, this goes up to 30%, which is a lot of damage. So I definitely want to grab this artifact and give it a test. We can actually look at the before and after, because currently he has on Aureus, which gives him like 10% defense, and we can see how that translates to 15% damage reduction. We'll keep it at level 1, as Aureus is. So this challenge seems to just be like an arena battle, sort of. We're only on normal mode. I guess we'll get the other, well, there are 2 waves, it seems. Yeah, obviously normal mode's gonna be super easy, so we're just gonna skip to hell or epic hell. So we're on hell difficulty now. Honestly, can't imagine beating epic hell, as this is already pretty hard. Just Cercil there in the beginning was tough enough. We're gonna burn Ravi's S1. Watch this. Bonk, bada bink, boonk. 25k is not bad. I think for this guy though, he gives himself a massive barrier. I think what you really need here is a Dispeller to get rid of that shield. There he is, look at that shield, look at that massive shield. But watch this, bada bing, bada boom, get out of here. What? She has 79% effectiveness, how did he resist that? Let's try again. Yeah, I got rid of it this time, but it's probably a little bit too late at this point. He had so little health, and now he's gonna give himself that huge shield again. Oh no, just every other buff in the game. Okay, if the second round of the swordsmen have been eliminated, he won't get the barrier. So focus on killing those, or just dispel it. Probably easier just to kill them though. They don't have very much HP. But yeah, currently can't really imagine beating epic hell. We'll get one of them when doing any of them 10 times, so we might just do like hard mode on auto 7 more times real quick. Oh, look at that. On our 10th run, we actually got the artifact. As well as I believe we'll get another one from doing it 10 times. Oh wait, the 500k goblin dude is back. Can't forget to do that. Oh no, it's 50k again. I was kind of hoping that would just be a permanent change. 50k is enough to unequip like 1 piece of gear. But yeah, so obviously this artifact only works on knights. So if you're tanking with a healer like Angelica or Diane or whatever, then this doesn't change much for you. But like for newer players that want to get into autoing Wyvern 11, this does make things a lot easier. Because not only is it free and farmable, at least right now, it's probably one of the, if not the best artifact for Wyvern 11. Especially because it's free. Like, I'm sure there are some good 4 and 5-star knight artifacts probably that outclass this, but I'm sure a lot of people aren't just going to have those on hand, like I don't. So we've equipped it. We probably should have looked at the damage numbers before unequipping Aureus, but we'll re-equip Aureus. I don't care about 25k gold. I just got 50k from the goblin place that I would have forgot about anyway. Alright, so let's take a look. No buffs currently on him. 1380, 1400... 1421. As he keeps increasing his attack, we're only going to compare those first 3 fireballs. So I just hope the first 3 aren't criticals. Otherwise, we can just compare the first or second or third fireball as long as one of them isn't critical. I've just now got it up to plus 16. We can go in again before we switch back out to Aureus, because honestly, it's not even really fair to compare a level 1 this to a level 1 Aureus, because the defense doesn't even increase. It's just the damage the tank takes for the allies. Alright, so let's check it out again at plus 16. This is still the event artifact. 1299. Okay, so we're only going to look at that first one, and then 1337, 1356. That already made a pretty big difference. 785. Oh yeah, he has an attack down now. Okay, so obviously I'm probably going to keep that on him because it's just most likely much better. But we're going to go back to the level 1 Aureus, and again, it doesn't really matter that it's level 1 for this test because it doesn't increase the defense. It increases, like I said, the damage the allies take instead. Alright, here we go with Aureus. This is what he's been usually taking on my team. 1498. Okay, well, it looks like it's not as big of a difference as I thought. I mean, there's still something going on there. And the fact you can get it up to 30% instead of the 20% it was, then I think it's still better. I mean, it's especially going to be a lot better for level 50 tanks because it's just straight damage reduction from the boss. in Arius's case and defense increases in general, it'll depend on the defense he already has. And since my Crozet has, I think, over 1400 defense, with Arius, he's getting another, I guess, 140. So I guess that is somewhat significant. But even so, I believe even the level 1 artifact still makes him take less damage, even with all that base defense he already has. I just got done editing the video, and it only now occurred to me that I probably should try also putting him in there with no artifact at all to get an actual comparison between any random artifact and no artifact versus this new one. All right, so let's check out the damage here. A critical. Okay, so I've already done this 3 times and there's always either a critical or that extra damage there. So we're just gonna go with 1647, and it's obviously a lot higher without either artifact. And while the individual numbers might not seem like a huge difference, you have to understand your tank's gonna be getting hit 3 to like 9 times before he can be healed. So the differences do add up quite a bit. And for that reason, I do believe this new artifact is very powerful for Wyvern 11, and I would say you should go for it, put it on your tank, unless of course you have like a 4 or 5 star artifact that is better. But yeah, back to the video now. See ya! But yeah, just as a summary, I'll show us side by side. Here on the screen right now, you can see the difference for yourself. We also got Cermia, maybe it's Cermia, as the dude in the character introduction video called her. I'll trust him because he sounds official and stuff, so Cermia it is. I really want to go for her just because of her design. She looks really nice, and that fire sword is really good. She would clash a little bit with Hazel, considering she kind of gives herself her own greater attack up buff. So if I would have like a full fire team and she would just have a tiny bit less attack than my highest attack fire unit, then I guess it would still work. But yeah, she's a fire warrior, single target, DPS, very high potential, I would say. On her ult, 50% penetrating defense. Still not quite as good as Moonlight Shuri with his 100% defense penetration, but still, the thing with this is, on her second skill, not only does it completely reset the cooldown of her third skill, but it also gives her this greater increased attack. So you could essentially do skill 3, skill 2, and then skill 3 with a greater attack buff. So yeah, her basic attack is just an unhealable. That's nothing super special. I guess I should actually be calling them DPTs, not DPSs, like damage per turn instead of damage per second, since it's turn-based. But regardless, she probably has one of the highest DPTs in the game, considering you can do her ult so much more often, with it penetrating 50% of the defense. So I think it not being 100% makes up for the fact you can reset the cooldown completely while getting a greater attack increase from her second skill. There's really not much to her. She's just a damage machine. But I really like the fiery design, so I'm probably going to be pulling for her tomorrow. Oh, also her second skill gives her an extra turn, so she can essentially do 2 ults in a row on one turn and the very next turn. Just the next turn will have a greater attack increase. Her stats look pretty dang solid as well. Not super fast, but not super slow either. 1359 attack. If I'm not mistaken, that's incredibly high. Let's go to like Cez or something. Yeah, over 100 more base attack than someone like Cez. Also a natural 5-star DPS. Also quite a bit more than Moonlight Cez. Way more than Balon Cezon as well. So yeah, pretty sure she just has a pretty naturally high base attack there. While we can compare her to other 5-star warriors. Way more than Judge Kise. Way more than Corvus. Are you sure he's not a knight? I mean, it says warrior there, but Corvus is a 4-star, my bad. Euphina, also quite a bit lower. Don't tell me she's lower than Ravi. Oh my god, Ravi has so bad attack. Kin, bad. Oh yeah, what about Luna? Let's check out Luna. Wow, Cermia has an extremely high base attack, 1359. Little bit low on health, maybe a little bit on the low side for speed, but Jesus Christ. It's going to be hard to not have her as my highest. Slow down Moga, you actually have to get her first. Alongside her, we have the artifact that kind of is just for her, pretty much. Increases attack by up to 15% using a non-attack skill, and that can stack up to 3 times. It doesn't say it can stack up to 3 times in the patch note version, but dang. So that means up to 45% increased attack after using her second skill 3 times. But considering most people aren't going to have level 30s, it's probably going to be more like 10% for the first stack and then like up to 30% for the 3, which is definitely not bad on top of her already massive base attack, so yeah, super high damage potential there. Kisa comes pretty close actually at 1283 attack there, with actually more speed. Bellona doesn't though. Dark Vildred's pretty close as well. But yeah, besides the new hero and artifacts, we also got the side story for the new hero. It says like in her bio that she's unlucky, but I don't think that's actually the case. She's just incredibly financially irresponsible. So don't blame that on being unlucky, you know? Come on. But yeah, besides that, you know, just the general miscellaneous bug fixes and maybe a little UI improvement here or there. But those are the main things, actually. I really just wanted to test out this new artifact and see how much better it was. I'm actually still not sure. It didn't seem like that big of a difference, honestly. I mean, 20% does sound like a lot when your front line is taking so much damage, but just compared to the 10% defense Arius gives, it doesn't seem like a massive difference. Then again, my Crozet, for example, does have somewhat high defense at 1410. So the differences would be a lot bigger if you don't have a ton of defense, like my Crozet does. But yeah, I guess that'll do it. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below of this video, the new artifacts, the new hero. Are you going to be trying to pull for her? After looking at all those base attack comparisons, I even want her a little bit more, but I kind of wasn't ready to know the truth that Ravi has under 1,000 base attack. That's so sad. I think she makes up for it though with her first skill here. It's really nice, especially when you soul burn it. 20 souls, but Jesus Christ, the damage goes up crazily. And the fact it keeps getting stronger with fighting spirit. But yeah, again, drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you happen to enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.